everybody, and welcome to episode 16 of the Tottenham Way with Tottenham Hotspur. Today we face Nottingham Forest at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as we continue our early season form. We have had a good start in the Premier League. We've had a good start in the Champions League as well. Let's have a look at what's been happening. So after the defeat to Liverpool last time around, we beat Leeds United by 2-1, but we left it very, very late indeed. Strand Larsen scored twice in stoppage time after Dominic Calvert-Lewin had put them in front. We squeaked past Fulham in the third round of the Carabao Cup. Kulusevski and Bergvall with the goals. Then we hammered Manchester United. We had a man sent off. We were 2-1 up at the time, but we did manage to score 3 goals with 10 men. Crazy game. So Mazraoui equalised for Manchester United after Christian Romero put us in front. Jack Grealish scored just about the hour. Pedro Porro was then sent off. Bentancur, Solanke and Xavi finishing the result off. Then we had another late goal, this time against Villarreal, as Jack Grealish scored the winning goal. Jarrod Bowen had equalised for us. And then last time around we exact some revenge on Inter Milan after they knocked us out last season. Mohamed Kudus with the only goal. And before we go on to the tables, let's have a look at the rest of the Champions League opposition we need to take on. So it's Feyenoord next up in the Champions League, then Red Star Belgrade, then Union St. Galles, then we face a trip to the Amsterdam Arena or the Johan Cruyff Arena to take on Ajax. And then we end the group phase at home to Paris Saint-Germain and at home to Benfica. But we have started the Champions League campaign much like we did last year. 2 wins from 2. And hopefully we can qualify this time in the top 8. As we are the top placed English side at this point in time. Arsenal are in 11th. Aston Villa are in 15th. Manchester City are in 17th. Chelsea are in 25th. Anybody else? Lower than that? Oh dear. Liverpool are in 28th and haven't picked up a point so far. However, they're doing much better in the Premier League. They are unbeaten and they have the 100% record still. Arsenal have had now 1 draw, so are 2 points behind them. Manchester City are a point further back. Aston Villa in 4th place. Us in 5th on 12, but level on points with today's opposition, Nottingham Forest. Down at the bottom, 2 teams remain without a win. Leeds United are one of them. Bristol City are the other. As things are starting to take shape, but we are very much very early on in the season. As Nubel starts in goal for us, Williams, Romero, Van der Ven, Bard, Martel, Gallagher, Bergvall, Kulusevski, Bowen with Dominic Solanke leading the line. Thomas Franks, Nottingham Forest, start with Victor in goal. Savano, Mikalenko, Morata, Murillo, Dominguez, Anderson, Ndoye, Gibbs-White, Hudson-Odoi with Calamuendo leading the line for them. And the last game before the huge international break, where we won't be playing for a few weeks, which will be nice for the players that are not on international duty, but for the ones that are, they won't really get much of a break. Let's see what we can do today against Nottingham Forest. 5th versus 7th in the Premier League table as it stands. And we have a game in hand as well. After a rearranged fixture, not quite sure why it was rearranged when the Champions League draw came out, but there we are. Because nobody else has got it. We are the only one that didn't have a game. I don't know why. Oh dear. And they didn't explain it either. You know, in past FMs it would explain why your fixtures have changed. No, it just says, your fixtures have changed. Please see these fixtures. And you can't work it out. Never mind. Start to carry on how we have been. We've had a good run since then. A very good run. Beating Inter was very good for us. Beating Manchester United with 10 men was interesting as Nico Williams heads the ball forward. In for Pedro Porro today. Can he provide anything to Kulusevski? Can Kulusevski provide anything to anyone else? Conor Gallagher chesting it down. Might get a shot away. Does get a shot away behind for an early corner. That losing run looks like it's going to continue for Leeds. As Kulusevski has the ball. Can he pick out a teammate? Counter-attack coming from the free kick. Tottenham players flooding forward. Can Conor Gallagher find anybody? He can find Lucas Bergvall. It's a good save from the goalkeeper. Victor has been busy so far. Hopefully it will continue. Lucas Bergvall with the corner again. Can he pick out a teammate? Ball in towards the centre. Trying to flick it away, but we will pick it up. This is what we have been doing against teams so far this season. We just keep them in there and pummel them. As Mickey van der Ven comes inside the penalty area, plays it across the front of goal, and Dejan Kulusevski taps it in at the far post. That is what you need to strike while the iron is hot. And Tottenham lead by a goal to nil, thanks to Mr. Kulusevski. Unless they don't get the corner away, Nottingham Forest, that is the biggest thing. We keep it alive with Martel. And then Mickey van der Ven with the assist. Just driving through the lines, doing what Mickey does. No one trying to challenge him. So, yeah, I mean, Kulu comes in very late indeed. But it is a lovely finish in the end. Newbell with the ball in hand. Going to kick it down the field, looking for Dominic Solanke. Will he win the header? No. But we will pick up the loose ball with Conor Gallagher. And he finds Jarrod Bowen. Plays it back into Bard. On towards Bowen again. Martel. Nice ball to Bowen. Nice intricacy around the edge of the box. Can we finish it off? No, Victor with the save in the end. Romero was offside. The ball goes away. Can we win the header? Yes, we can. Can Solanke control it? That is all. I'll tell you what, if it had jabbed that out to Kulusevski, we were in behind again. Nottingham Forest can't deal with us at the moment. It's good. I like it. As Murillo has picked up the ball. Trying to drive down the field. Finds Hudson-Odoi. Murillo. Across into Dominguez. Picked up by Lucas Bergvall, but not taken. And they've managed to squeeze the ball through, and then Conor Gallagher does his work. That's what I like about us at the moment. We're hungry to try and win this ball back quickly. As Dominic Solanke will pick it up, and Jarrod Bowen will collect it again. Bard looking for the underlap or the overlap, or just to get in the way, and a free kick is given. And it is a corner. Jarrod Bowen is going to take it. Pushing forward, Nottingham Forest. We need to be careful in protecting our lead. I mean, we should probably have more than one at this point. We've tested the goalkeeper. Just got to get a second one before half-time. That would be nice. Kulusevski playing it through. Dominic Solanke right on cue. But VAR will take a look at it, and I don't think it's going to be allowed. My first instinct was I think Solanke went too early. But my eyes, they do deceive me from time to time, but this time they do not. Romero with the ball at his feet. Everybody back behind the ball for Forest. So they're trying to contain. It's looking very difficult for them at the moment as Bergvall breaks inside the penalty area. Tries to go low into Solanke. Plays it across into Lucas Bergvall. Will he get a shot away? Well off for 2-0. Beautiful from Lucas Bergvall. This boy is going to be some player. If he carries on his trajectory in this game at least, he is becoming an integral part of this team. And he has another goal to add to his season. In fairness, they allow him to get a shot away to Nottingham Forest. You pay the price. Plays it on to Bowen. Looking up the line for Bergvall. He's got Solanke in the centre if he wants to try and find him. Bowen on the edge of the box, swinging it towards Kulusevski. First time hit! Goodness me! I'll tell you what, that would have been an early goal of the season contender. As Arsenal grab a second goal against Leicester. Boo. To keep up the pace at the top of the Premier League. Ndoye picks it up. Plays it on to Dominguez. Looking through, headed forward by Mickey van der Ven. Morgan Gibbs White will have it on the turn. Shot away. Not a shot on target though. Corner ball for Nottingham Forest coming up to half time. Those Forest fans starting to try and get behind their team. Will they grab that first win today? Maybe not. Dominguez trying to play it forward. Gives it to Solanke. Dangerous play from Nottingham Forest at the back. Dicking about with it, as I would call it. As Kulusevski goes down inside the penalty area, and this could all be over by half time. Sloppy play from Nottingham Forest in their defensive third. And Rob Jones, I think, is going to give the penalty here. And he does. Okay, so it's going to be Dominic Solanke probably to take it, I would have thought. He's certainly trotting towards the ball. Someone kick it to him, for goodness sake. And Murillo goes into the book. Dejan stays down, but he's had an influential part in the game, Dejan Kulusevski, which I've been praying for since he came back from injury. Dominic Solanke has the chance to wrap this up before half-time. Up against Victor in the goal. Can Solanke score? Yes, he can. Opposite corner to where the goalkeeper dived. And we have taken full advantage of our dominant first half display. Has to be said, we have just been peppering Nottingham Forest and eventually they cracked. And now the goals are flying in. Hopefully, we'll save some for the second half. Chance for number 4 before half-time. Van der Ven's breaking out from defence again. Trying to drive inside the penalty area. Still has the ball in play. Plays it on to Bowen. Into Bergvall. Lucas gets the shot away and it's just over the bar. Gallagher around the corner for Kulusevski. Is he going to let us go? No, he's not going to let us go. But a dominant display in the first half. I mean, it's all going to be white. Everything going our way apart from the yellow cards. And that's what you want to see. 3-0 up at half-time. Might even make a change or two. We have players who are downward arrows. So Archie Gray is going to come on at half-time for Martel. I'm going to take off Conor Gallagher as well. And we're going to bring on Xavi at this point. Because he needs a few minutes as well. It's all about keeping everybody fresh. Keeping everybody interested. As we're looking to attack on 4th runs this year. We had a good start to the Champions League, as mentioned earlier. Good start to the Premier League season. Good start to the defence of the Carabao Cup. All is right with our world at the moment. Something that I am not very happy that Thomas Frank's Tottenham do currently. If Thomas Frank is still in charge at this point. A couple of weeks ahead, as Elliot Anderson gets a shot in goal, and Nottingham Forest have scored. They've scored with their first shot on target. It was kind of lazy from us. Very lazy. Start to the second half. Nico Williams that goes to sleep at the back stick. Callum Hudson-Odoi wins the header, and there is nobody near Anderson at all. 3-1. Game on. One more towards Bard. And we're a little bit static at the moment, you are, boys, and it's not conducive to what happened in the first half. Nottingham Forest maybe have had a flea in their ear from Thomas Frank, and Elliot Anderson hits it over the bar. It's been all Nottingham Forest so far. We're doing exactly what I don't want us to do. Don't sit back. Don't get in each other's way. Let's just get our 3-goal lead back. As Bard comes down the field, looking for Solanke in space. Has he got the shot away? He has, but he's put it over the bar. Maybe the 2 changes at half-time upset the rhythm a little bit. I don't think they would have done. Shouldn't have done anyway. Nibel goes early looking for Kulusevski, who had his hands in the air, but he didn't really care. As the ball is taken away. Oh, I mean, living dangerously coming up to the hour. Just about. Ball up the line looking for Gibbs White. Ball, and we were giving them far too much space. That is something that I will say. Far too much space. As Leicester have equalised against Arsenal. Harry Winks with a goal. Go on, Winksy lad. Right, we're going to take off Jarrod Bowen at this point for Jack Grealish. And we're going to bring on Bentancur as well for Bergvall. And let's put Archie forward a couple. Yeah. Go on, Archie, lad. Show them what you can do. These Leeds look like they're going to continue their winless run. We've got 25 minutes here to hang on all about. Oh, I tell you what, Nibel called into action. Maybe our final change is a defensive one. I was going to bring Strand Larson on, but Kulusevski breaking forward on his own at the moment. Needs a bit of help. There is Nico Williams coming into picture as he plays it back into Kulusevski. Nice 1-2 between the two of them. He's got to go back to him though, I think. Or is he going to try and swing it in? He is going to try and swing it in corner ball. Xavi with the free kick. Oh, it's off the bar. Oh, I tell you what, he's unlucky there. Right, we are going to make that final change while we're stationary. Yeah. Romero off. Kevin Danso is going to come on. Can he find a ball low? It's not the best cross in the world. We've just got to stop them from springing out here, and Bentancur will do that. That's why I brought him on. The shield in front of the back four. As Grealish has the ball into Archie Gray. They are trying to kick lumps out of dear old Archie, though, aren't they? As Grealish picks up the loose one. Can he get a shot away? Good save. And we've kind of got control back, I think, now, which is good. So we look like we're going to win another Premier League game, which is good news for us going into the international break. Just hope everybody makes it through unscathed. That will be my biggest worry while we're away. As Kulamawendo comes down the field. Bentancur chasing him. Hudson-Odoi looking for the 1-2. Into Gibbs White, onto Hudson-Odoi, into Elliot Anderson, who's caused more problems than most inside our penalty area today. Let's see where that leaves us at the end of the weekend. Hopefully we will close the gap to those above us in the table. We will certainly extend the gap that currently is to Nottingham Forest. They've had a good start to the season. They haven't really shown it, I think, today. Second half they've been better, but first half they were all over the gaff, although they do have another one back with Kulamawendo. Maybe I am writing the obituary too early on this one. And it's Bard again, I think. I mean, I can't keep blaming Bard. But yeah, we need to do better. Ball across the front of goal. Near enough on the goal line. Nottingham Forest have another one back. We should have been out of sight at half time. And finished at 3-0. We were kind of out of sight. But we just haven't kicked on in the second period at all. Forest have been better, as I mentioned. But we may have a chance to finish it here. Kulusevski with the ball in. Oh, headed away. Picked up. Grealish with a shot through the crowd for number 4. There we go. 2-goal lead restored. And Jack Grealish has a belter. Beautiful finish. As there is the full-time whistle. Tottenham 4, Nottingham Forest 2. In the end, 3-0 up at half-time. Coasting. Wasn't so much coasting come the 90th minute before Jack Grealish put the seal on it. 4-2 the final score. Thomas Frank losing at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, as Thomas Frank does. So here are the results from Saturday's fixtures in the Premier League. As Liverpool beat Manchester United by 5-2. Bristol City still without a win, unfortunately for them, 1 each with Sunderland. Aston Villa beating Crystal Palace. Leeds were battered 4-1. Leicester picked up a good point against Arsenal, and we beat Nottingham Forest. But we stay where we are in the table in 5th place. But we are now level on points for Manchester City, behind them on goal difference, just a point behind Aston Villa, and then 2 points behind the Scumbags. With 6 games gone for us, at least, still early days. So what we're going to do, we're going to take on Crystal Palace, we're going to take on Brentford, we're going to take on Feyenoord, and we're going to take on Sunderland. We are going to come back with what will be a very good night at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as Chesterfield come to the stadium for the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. Now, bear in mind that Chesterfield would have entered at round 1, so they have done extremely well to make it through to round 4. Will there be a giant killing at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? Hopefully not. But we will see next time what happens there. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you've enjoyed it, please leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.